The She-Cranes played a build-up game yesterday with the male netball national team where they lost 41-32 in a tense game played at UNF headquarters at Old Kampala in preparation for a 10th series game in Namibia and upcoming World Cup qualifier games. The difference speaks for itself, as one would wonder how it's even possible for the ladies to dare play a game against men, but the She-Cranes did play a game against the men who recently were runners-up to South Africa in a netball competition. According to the She-Cranes captain, Stella Oyela, the test against the male team was necessary for the She-Cranes to assess their strength.
Yeah, it's our first friendly. We are doing training, so we have come here to see, to correct our mistakes, in order to organize how are we playing, how have we been working out as She-Cranes. But we have seen our mistakes. We are going back to see how to organize our mistakes, so that we see that by the time we go for our matches, we are more than women, because they give us space to see how to play. Because the moment they don't give us space, we don't know how to move. And sometimes somehow energetic, you have to grab the ball with energy to see that by the time you go ahead, you know how to replace the ball, you know how to receive the ball. Just the way, yeah, we are doing quite good, but we are still somehow, but we are good to go. Every position we have strengths, but just as if it's like you're going for exam. You've read your books, but you're going for exams. How are you going to sit for exams? So you have to do some tests to see that, how to see how you're going to pass your exams.
Fred Mugerwa, the head coach of the She-Cranes, applauded the team for the hard work, saying the team is making progress and they will select the final team based on the netballers' performances.
The game was okay. To me, the game was good. The girls are playing well, but except that we had some other problems, more especially not meeting the ball when the ball is passed to you. Some of the girls were waiting for the ball to come, and as you know, the men are faster than them. So we are going to work on that. And again, when the ball reaches the men's shooting side, you are very good in the shooting. So we have to work on defending the ball before it reaches the shooting circle. We expect to have to do that maybe over the weekend after having because on Friday we hope to have another trial match, and I think from that match that's when we shall have to decide how many players that we are going, and also to find out from the federation how many people or players that we are supposed to take. It is according to the number the federation tell us, that's the number we shall take. The girls are many, but anyway, that was that. But I hope next time we shall look at it when we summon the girls.
The 10th series shall throw off on the 30th to 5th of November. Meanwhile, the World Cup qualifiers shall throw off on the 9th to 17th of November. Oscar Brazilian, West Nile TV.
Okay.
So
Yes.
I'm
Please.
saying, it's two-way traffic. It's our responsibility to see that our city develops to a higher level. And also it is important for the city to see that the districts also develop. So it's all about harmonious living. It's not to use iron and fist, no. Blood and iron, no.
What have you resolved so far?
No, the
On these
minister,
matters?
we brought this to minister's attention. We're waiting for him to come on the ground. What is he going to say?
What is your demand? And what is the demand of the city?
Now, for districts to develop, the districts, you see, Uganda government has assets in the United States.
True.
Uganda government has assets in the UK.
True.
And those are all to generate the revenue
For Uganda.
for Uganda. Equally, the districts that have assets here, they should be allowed to have these assets to generate the revenue for the development of the districts.
That means you'll be the first district to have assets within the city.
Yeah, literally, because we are
The mother.
the mother.
So you should
we are the older of now. I mean,
Yes.
I have a list of assets. Some of the assets are in the city, like the sub-county headquarters. Those are all the properties of a road district. You understand? Then the motorcycles in the sub-counties within the city, those are properties of a road district. The human resource that are in the city, those are properties of the city. But we went ahead to cause breakdown for the human resource. There's no problem. We did separation of payrolls. This one goes there, this one goes there. Now, the assets that are within the city sub-counties, they automatically have to go all without the district claiming any.
They remain with the city.
With the city. All without the district claiming any.
In other words, all the assets in Aivu division
Yes.
remain with the division of Aivu.
Yeah,
Okay.
they remain with the division of Aivu.
Okay.
Now, the issue that comes around is now the fixed assets. The assets within, basically, let me say offices.
The district headquarters
The district headquarters.
and the production office,
the production office.
social center,
Social
the
center.
district council hall,
Yes.
the
RDC's
RDC's office.
community services.
Yes.
Now, I think with my colleague, we're waiting for minister to come. We shall have to enter into understanding and see.
With the city.
Yeah. So, if we are to move to Vora, to Edo Dumi or Areva, I don't know what minister will say. But we may need what? Compensation.
Okay.
You?
From the city
From the city
to construct your own
from the
headquarters.
city or central government to construct our headquarters.
So that is your belief, so that you can be able to live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that is it.
Okay.
Either the city or the central government.
But
Because
something
if
must
it
be
is
done.
if it is decided by central government, then we will say, okay, we are giving this one. We are stretching our hand. Please, can you put for us a similar structure back home? We are giving you this. We are surrendering this. Can you
Put
give
a
us
similar structure
a
back home.
similar? We need the compensation, not less, not more. Okay?
Okay.
We are not going to settle for less.
Okay. Or else these assets remain yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
But as gentlemen, we are also human beings. We have coexisted. City, let me say, Aivu and the Vora people, they are not separable. They are inseparable. They depend on one another. We have that long track history.
Some people say you can't be saying this because they have been hosting the district headquarters as the people here for a very long time.
No,
So
people should
they-
learn
they
to
can be
respect.
cheated.
People should learn to respect leaders. Leaders are vision bearers. Yeah, you see, the leader in the city is the mayor. The leader in the district is the LC5 chairman. These are human beings who are vision bearers. Now, what they decide, people should let their decision rule.
Okay. We'll take a break and we shall be coming right back to have more discussion on the matter that we are talking about here, the prospects and challenges of Arua District, beg your pardon, and we are having the LC5 chairman, Honorable Okonje Alfred. He is the LC5 chairman for Arua District, which is, if you may allow me, Vora constituency. And I also have Honorable Chandini Luigi, he's Secretary for Works, Technical Services and Security. We'll be talking to him in a very short while. Let's take a break. We shall be coming right back.